What's good, everybody? DJ Techromancer here. When I'm not behind the DJ decks, I'm playing video games. Even though I'm doing a little bit something different. I've done this before, but I'm gonna try to focus more on PC technology and builds for games because I've had a lot of people come to me lately asking questions about games and game PCs and stuff. So I figured share the knowledge and you all can grow with this. So there you go. So what's going on right here right now is I was a little bit inspired by some people recently that did brand new PC builds, all new parts. Plus, I'm gonna be honest. I have a couple of friends. Two of them have the first gen Ryzen series processors, and they're kind of like, "Oh, all I need is a graphics card, right?" And it's kind of hard to explain to them that their processors are so old that even if they got a new GPU to try to play certain games like Gotham Knights, that they're going to get a bottleneck. So they need to upgrade their whole system. So I'm kind of trying to do that so that way they understand, hey, at this price, you could do that and also play the games that you want to play. And that's why I tell people nowadays, it's all when it comes to PC builds, it's all a matter of what games you're trying to play. If all you're playing is esports titles, dude, a computer from 10 years ago can play an esports title with like what, a 4 gig graphics card, no problem. But if you're trying to play the latest and greatest, you need to have a beefier system. So I'm gonna go ahead and show the build idea that I have right now, so that way, when also I can shoot this video to my friends and they can see, oh, Bree is not trying to rip us off. No, I'm not gonna try to rip you off. I'm trying to help you. So here we go. So we're gonna start off. My budget is about around 4 to 500. I'm trying to be more on the low end on 400, but if we go up to five, that's okay. So I want to start with this, which is a Ryzen 5 4500 6 core 12 thread. I know some of you out there that are diehard, like, oh, well, that's not really a good gaming process. I am trying to make a build that's affordable enough for them to get started, and then they can upgrade to maybe a 5600G, a 57G, 57 3D, so forth and so on. So just bear with me. So this is what I got going on. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that in the calculator. 75. Hold on. 75.99. All right. So that way we can keep track of our score. So our pricing 75.99. Now, next, I want them to have at least a Gen 4 PCI slot. I know a lot of people's like, well, you could check out and just do Gen 3, but I know my friends, and especially since they're gonna want to play something like Gotham Knights or even something that just recently came out, Street Fighter 6, which I'll talk about that in a minute. I want them to have at least PCIe Gen 4 support at least, which this motherboard has, and it does have an NVMe slot. I don't know if it's Gen 4 NVMe, but this will, I mean, you can see the slot right there in this picture that it's exists. So we can go ahead and get this done. Now, granted, both of my friends have drives. They have SATA drives. So, and they have SSDs that are SATA speed. So technically, they don't need the NVMe drive. But if anybody has NVMe drives in their computers like I do, they know the speed increase is immense. So I can repurpose their drives to do like a NAS system or storage. But there you go. Here we go. All right. Now, that's 84.99. So we're gonna go ahead and put that in the calculator. Come on, Smiley. Plus 34.99. All right. Now, going back to our build. Next thing is Team Group. I actually own this pair of sticks myself. This is for some of y'all that seen my shorts. This is my RMA of the 16 that I got back. I haven't put them in the system yet because I'm still rocking these, which are 32 gig, and they're baller. They're a baller set. So I'm gonna probably pop these in eventually. So, but yeah, I figured Team Group. I like Team Group. I like what they do. Good company. So $33.99. So we're gonna go ahead and add that to our calculator. Plus 33.99 equal. Now, the next thing is our SSD. Now, I just went ahead and went 1 TB. I can go actually 512 for like 20 bucks. I'm seeing if I can get away with it. If not, I can be cheap out and cut 30 bucks and go with a 512. So we're gonna go with this right here, which is $50.99. And I plan to have everything linked in the description below. So if you want to grab this whole system or you just want some of these parts, go ahead and click the links. They're affiliate links, so they give me a little bit of a kickback. All right, cool. So we're gonna keep it moving. And now I put a case up here for a reason. So my buddy Marcus, he already has a nice Corsair gaming case. We could just repurpose his case. But my other buddy, I don't know if he's okay with me saying his name on stream, so I'm not going to say it. But my other buddy, he was impatient, and he bought his computer from Best Buy. So most likely, it's proprietary, and I probably won't be able to reuse the case. So I got a case up here, $49.99. Let's go ahead and add it to our budget here. Uh-oh, wait a minute. I'm gonna have to go back and recalculate all this. Let me clear this out. I thought it was adding correctly. All right. Let me go back. Or actually, I'll show you the last part and I'll also start it from there. So how about that? So $49.99. We'll start from here. And then we'll go back and calculate everything. $49.99. Bree, you don't know how to use calculator. Yes, I do. I don't know. Brain fog today, guys. Brain fog. I'm telling you. But anyways, so I know you can get a RX 580 for 100 bucks. Trust me, best believe I have one. That was the first graphics card I had in my system. Now I have a RX 57 XT, and I am also aware AMD dropped their prices on a lot of their graphics cards. So I know you can get a 6600 for 200 bucks. However, I was trying to find something that's a bang for the buck for both of them. So that way it's like, hey, they can play what they need to play. If they feel like spending some more money down the line, they can and get even a better gaming experience. So Acerix, which is a company overseas, but they repurpose like GPUs and all that, they came out with a RX 5500 XT 8 gig. So I'm thinking that might be the best route for them to go. So that way it's not super expensive card that like high fidelity. They just want to play the game. If you just want to play the game at 1080p, this will handle it. Now, if they were looking at something like more like high fidelity 1440p or 4K, that would be different. Then they're going to have to spend money for it. But just 1080p, this should be fine. To get them to play the latest and greatest titles. So 135.99. All right. So let me add 135.99. And we're going to go back here. We're going to get our NVMe stick, which was 50.99. Now, Come back here. 33.99. 33.99 plus. All right. We haven't broke the bank yet. We're gonna see. The main thing that's really expensive is is the motherboard. I didn't want to cheap out on the motherboard. I could have, but I chose not to. What was it? 8,999, 8,499. See, I'm about to add money to it. 8,499, 84.99. Okay, so with the CPU, all right, 75.99. I'm gonna go over 75.99. So 431 and 94. So if we wanted to cheap out, I could save 30 bucks on the NVMe. So let's minus 30 and just do a 512. And I'm still over budget, but only by $2. That is crazy. All new parts. Everything up here is new. So you can build a decent rig that'll let you play new titles, 1080p, not 1440p, but still 60 frames per second for sure. And you're not gonna break the bank. Now, I probably could have saved some more money with the case. Oh, you know what? I forgot something, guys. I forgot one thing. I gotta add it right now. Nope, we're gonna be over budget, but we shouldn't be that over budget. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. We're gonna be over budget. I forgot PSU, guys. 500 watts should be good enough. Now, some people would say 650 just to have a buffer for upgrading, but we could do that a little bit later. 500 watt Aptiva, 500 watt for $27.99. That's crazy. It's got 4 stars. I've used this, so I know that it's good. That Airs game, 500 watt, $55.99. But let's be a cheap bastard. What we want? We want red. Let's be a cheap bastard. All right, $27.99. Ooh, that one's badly rated. This one's better rated. I don't see no see, that one's bronze plus. I don't know, guys. Cheap power supply for $27.99 just to be under budget, or just go ahead and get the baller to be budget. So all right, let's add it. $27.99. $429.93. So a little bit under budget, over budget by 30 bucks. But that's still not bad. I mean, to be perfectly honest. Me, I don't know. It's been a decade since I've used anything Aptiva, to be honest. So I don't know if I trust that power supply. I might actually go with the Airs game because I know it works and it's really good. And look, 5-year warranty. So otherwise, like, if one of them was wanted to be a cheap bastard, yeah. But to be honest, Marcus, I could probably repurpose for him. He's not spending this much. I know for the rest of you, this is a pure build. But for Marcus, he ain't gonna be spending that because I'm gonna be reusing his case, reusing his power supply. I might still suggest him to get the NVMe drive, but he has hard drives. The main thing he needs is the motherboard, the CPU, and the GPU. And he's good to go. Now, my buddy Walker, he's going to need all that. All of that. He's going to need it all. Well, not all. I can still repurpose his drives. I don't know. I don't know if their memory sticks is at speed either. I have to check that. But, yeah. So, Buddy Walker is probably going to need to do most of that. But my buddy Doc, I just said his name on stream. Oh, well. I said it on stream, so, oh, well. I should have got permission first. But yeah, Doc, he's good. Now, the good thing about this build, all brand new parts, and the good thing is unless you one of those people that just really want to jump into AMD AM5 right away, this build has room to grow. Yes, a lot of people are like, well, AM4 is dead now. But for someone like them, I can go from the 4500 to a 5600, 5700, the 57 3D, and they can upgrade their rig over time and still be good to go with playing the latest and greatest. So I really like it. I think it's a good bang for your buck. And I know some of y'all don't try AMD cards, but if you're not trying to be like one of those people like ray tracing, content creation, you're just trying to play games, this is a perfect rig for that. Now, if you trying to do content creation and all that, I would definitely change out some of this specs and all that. Like instead of 16 gigs of RAM, 32, definitely would get an Nvidia card versus a AMD card, stuff like that. Or you could do a dual card because this motherboard allows you. That's why I picked it. That's the other cool thing about this motherboard. This motherboard allows you to put a Gen 4 and a Gen 3 together. So if you're really trying to get AV1 encoding, you could buy one of the cheap Intel 350 video cards, slap that in the bottom slot. That's your video encoder, and then you can still run that RX 5500 and be straight. You can do your game recordings and all that in game and not have no craziness. Now, granted, I don't know, because 4500 is a 6-core 12-thread processor, but I've read compared to some of the other processors on the market, it's good. It's not great. So I don't know if it will be able to handle that load, but you know what? Maybe somebody will hand me $400 soon. I'll build it, and then maybe I can show it on stream how to do it. But all right, guys, I hope you like me just doing this walkthrough tutorial about how to do a cheap build with brand new parts. I know in the past I always recommend like used market, and I will still recommend used market to the day I die. So that's it for me. Well, not quite. I did promise one thing. I did promise a Street Fighter 6 thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and show that right now. Guys, if you're trying to find the best deal on Street Fighter 5, 5, Street Fighter 6, go nowhere else but CD Keys. CD Keys is a good place to go and get your PC keys. If you need Windows and Windows 10 or Windows 11 keys, you can go here. But CD Keys also do gaming keys. And I'm going to show you right now CD Keys. I know some of you going to say I'm a hypocrite because if you watched my stream, you're like, bruh, you said you wasn't going to buy the game. Dude, 30% off, $78.69 for the Ultimate Edition. That was a no-brainer. It was basically me paying the deluxe edition, which the deluxe edition is $62.49, and then you have the regular edition at $43.09. If you just want the game, get that. You want the characters, get that. If you want the characters and stages, get the Ultimate Edition. So that's what I did. I got the Ultimate Edition. CD Keys is your best way to go. All right, guys. Peace, love, and stay gaming, my friends.